Essjay and welcome to BBB, Beauty Business Builder. I created these videos to help people in the beauty industry develop and expand their beauty business and to create more revenue. So if you want to take your beauty business to the next level, then keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and you also can catch me on my podcast, which is BBB, Beauty Business Builder. Enjoy. Hi there guys, how are you? This is Essjay here from BBB. I hope you are all well and having a fantastic day or week. Currently in, I think week 10 of lockdown. Restrictions been loosened off a little bit, so we've got a little bit more freedom, but we are still in the thick of it. If you're watching me on YouTube, you will understand that because you can clearly see my roots. Hair is desperate to get done. Nobody can go to a salon yet, so we are not looking our best, should we say. Right, so I thought I would do a little different one today, and this was off the back of someone that I'm actually outsourcing for social media, which I'm going to talk to you in another podcast about outsourcing. But what obviously it was raised a couple of times with the discussion with this consultant about outsourcing, and we also spoke a little bit about this topic over the last few years. And I wanted to kind of share with you how important it is for clients to get to know you as a person. And I think what happens in this industry, we try, in the beauty industry, we try so hard to be the professional. Obviously we are professionals in our industry, in our trade, but we try so hard to make sure that we come across on social media as the professional technician, the professional hairdressers, always keeping to the highest levels of professionalism, which is great in a lot of aspects of our work. Obviously, if we're in an industry like myself, which is the skin aesthetics and permanent makeup industry, then we obviously have to remain to the highest levels of standard of hygiene and that kind of thing. But what I'm more referring to is you as a person, you as an actual person. Now, I see all the time people putting posts on social media, very generic posts about the salon, their services, a discount, a promo, and what I've learned is that people want to get to know you, and people buy from a person more than they buy the product. So if you build up a good relationship with a person and they trust you, they will buy from you, okay? Whatever you're selling, they will buy that from you. And people buy from a person and not the actual product in a lot of senses. So I wanted to kind of try and let you, obviously I'm going to talk a little bit very personally about myself on this podcast. I'm going to answer some questions that people don't know, and touch on, obviously, so you can get to know me, because you are investing your time with me. So I think it's important that you get to know me as a person. But I encourage you to do this with your clients. Now, the reason why I did this, why I'm doing this podcast right now, and this video, if you watch this on YouTube, is I did a video for my website, and basically I was introducing myself. This is my website as a technician, as a skin esthetician and permanent makeup artist, because I still have a clinic and I still perform treatments. So I wanted to do a video for my website, so when people click on my website, it tells them about me. So basically this video, obviously I wrote everything down, studied what I was going to say, started talking, and made so many mistakes, you know. I kept fumbling over my words. You know what it's like when the camera gets up, you start forgetting what you was going to say. You've got your script written out, but you don't want to look at it, so you kind of guess. You stutter, your phone rings because you forgot to turn it on silent, and you know, take after take after take, it was taking forever. Finally got there, finally got everything that I wanted to say, sat, watched it back, and it was great. It really, really was great. But what I decided to do is all these little little snippets of me saying the wrong thing, fumbling over my words, swearing, huffing, having a pad in, my mobile ringing, all of that. I thought, you know what, fuck it, let's put a bloopers together. So I basically edited this and put it back to back, as raw as possible, and I labelled it as SJ's bloopers. And I shared this on social media. I shared this on my groups, my Facebook group that I manage, on my personal profile, on my business profile. I shared it everywhere. And you know what? The amount of feedback and the amount of kind of increase in business I got off the back of that was amazing. And I had 2 people that actually messaged me that are brand experts, they work in branding, said that that's a piece of gold right there. Piece of gold. You have just literally, you've shown people the raw you, and people will buy that more than you buying, this really nice clean cut edited version. And I thought, you know what, yeah, it's true. So, what I'm trying to say is show people who you are, show people a little snippet of you as a person. If you do a live and you swear, do you swear normally? If you do, that's fine. Just give them that rawness. It's not a problem. And I think I touched on my first video and podcast that I did was it's okay to do a video like this and for your 4-year-old to run by, whatever. It's no big deal. This is the part of you that people are investing in. People want to see the real you. So I encourage you, when you are doing your videos, when you are doing a Facebook Live, when you're doing a post, get the real you behind there. A really good way to start this, you should be doing your videos now already, but a really good way to start this is to do like a little bit of a who am I, so do a video or a live if you're comfortable with doing lives, but do a video just about you. Some crazy silly questions, things that you enjoy, things that you hate, things that you the biggest achievement you've made, the biggest fear you've got, that type of thing. Showing the real you, people are going to relate to that. And this has happened with me in my business, and since I literally stripped back and started showing the real me, my business has rocketed massively. We're in the middle of a pandemic, we're in the middle of a lockdown, and I am busier and earning such a good living without actually touching my clients right now, because I've embraced it. And I've also shown the real me to people, more of a vulnerable side as well. I've shown it all. And I think it's really important. So I'm going to share with you some little bits about me that you may not know, that is quite interesting to know, just so you can get to find out more about me if you don't already know this anyway. I've wrote a few things down because I want to make sure you get to know everything, So my name, I go by SJ. My name now is pretty much Essjay Hartshorn, but that's not my real name. My real name is Sarah Jane. SJ, Sarah Jane. So that is what I was christened, Sarah Jane Hartshorn. Now, I'm actually married, so my surname is not Hartshorn anymore, it's Samut. But I do go by the name of Hartshorn because I've been in business since I was 19. I've always gone by the initials SJ and Hartshorn, so I've continued to do that. But on my passport, it doesn't say SJ Hartshorn. It actually says Sarah Jane Samut. So that's something that not many people know about me. But please call me SJ because it's only my parents that call me Sarah Jane or Sarah. Okay, so I'm 36. I have 2 beautiful daughters, 2 girls, a 7-year-old and a 2-year-old. I am raising very passionate, independent, headstrong girls, okay? They're going to be exactly like me. They are stubborn, they're determined, they're fiery monsters, okay? But I wouldn't have it any other way. They are a bitch to parent, but they are going to, when they're old enough to be independent, they are going to be strong, independent women, which I love. So that's my little family. I'm a very addictive person. Okay, now what I mean by this is I easily become addicted to something. So if I've got a goal to lose weight, or I've got a something that I want to achieve, I will not stop until I get that. I'm quite addicted. Okay, I used to smoke. Okay, I cannot be a social smoker like some people, because the moment I would have one cigarette, I'll be addicted again. So I have got quite an addictive personality. But when I have an idea, I will do that idea. And it kind of leads me on to another interesting thing about me. I train a lot. I love my exercise. I probably train most times once a day at least, sometimes twice a day. That might be a jog, a rollerblade, a HIIT session, a dance class. I will wake up at the crack of dawn. I've even known to wake up on Christmas Day I did, you're just gone. I woke up on Christmas Day at 5:30 to exercise before the kids woke up. Who does that? But that's me, that's what I enjoy doing. And if I don't exercise, I am grumpy. I need my exercise. So that's the one thing that gets me going. And you've got to have that one thing as well. That one thing that if you don't have in that daytime, what would make you grumpy if you don't have that one thing? Mine is my exercise. Another thing that is quite interesting about me, I wasn't always destined to be in the beauty industry or in the beauty building industry, what I'm doing these podcasts about. I wasn't always destined to be in this industry. I wanted to be a firefighter. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be a firewoman. And if I would have passed my eyesight test, because that's what let me down, I would be doing that right now. I trained my hardest. My mum and dad was both owners of a gym, so I trained and I could lift as much as any guy. I was on it. I was a machine, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a firefighter, but I failed on my eyesight, and it was like, oh crap, what do I do now? So I went into the beauty industry just because my dad made me go to college. I wanted to get a job. I was greedy for money. I wanted money. I wanted to work, and I'd go from job to job to job to get the next best thing, the next wage. I was like that, from a young age, which I don't think is a great thing because I never stuck to anything, but I just wanted money. I was greedy for money. And then my dad turned around and said, if you don't go to college and do something at college, then you'll go into sixth form. So that is when I thought, right, crap, I need to go to college. What courses are available? Beauty sounded easy, and that's pretty much the rest is history. That's what they say. So that's why I pursued the beauty industry. But yeah, firefighters, it's still got a real soft spot for me. That would be if I had a chance to swap jobs for a year. Or if there was a TV program, like you have like wife swap and stuff, if there was a job swap, I would job swap with a firefighter any day just to give me that little bit of a taster. Any fears I have, I think it's an interesting one as well. It's an interesting one for you to, tell to your clients. Fears. One of my fears is failing in business. A big fear of mine is, when you put new strategies into place, one of my fears is to fail on that. I've learned to get better along the years because I think to myself, if you were to fail, then there's a reason for that, and you would learn from it and do it better the next time, or you'd adapt it. So I've kind of learned to adapt that fear. But I do have a fear of failing. I don't want to be a failure in business. I want to make sure that every business that I go into, or everything that I push in my business, I will make it a success. Another fear I've got, or a phobia, which is going to sound absolutely ridiculous, is, I don't even know if I want to share it, is prawn cocktail crisps. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Yes, I'm a little bit scared of prawn cocktail crisps. I've never tasted them, I don't think. But even the packet, I can't go near a pink Walker's prawn cocktail packet crisps. I can't do it. I don't know, and I'm probably gonna get loads of messages off the back of this saying, what the hell? I don't know, I've got no explanation for you. There must be some kind of underlining something that happened when I was a kid. So that's a little bit about me. And what I would say is, I only wanted to share these with you. I know these are not going to help build your beauty business, and that's obviously why you're listening to these podcasts. But I want you to show your vulnerable side to your clients. Show your clients about you a little bit, and let them in, and let them also build up that little bit of a trust. And what you'll find is you'll find that the certain characters will start shining through, and you'll find that some clients more clients will come to you because of these little vulnerabilities that you have, all these little things that you love or you hate. You have like a common interest, and people will like that. So things like, on your Instagram story, don't just do it all about beauty all day, every day. I always share if I've been on a rollerblade that morning, dance classes that I've done that day, and then a little bit of work. Show them what you're doing in a day. People want to see you. They want to be able to get something from you as a person, and they're only going to do that if you let that guard down a little bit and let that business front come down and show them the real you. Because once you show them the real you, they feel more comfortable with that, and they will start building up that trust. And when somebody trusts you, you don't have to sell to them anymore. They will come to you first and foremost before they go to any other, technician. So when we're trying to upsell a product, or we already have a client that comes in for nails, if they feel that they trust you because they know you more, they'll buy different things from you rather than going elsewhere. So it's really important to get the clients to build up that trust with you. So a little bit of a different one today, obviously a little bit shorter as well, but I wanted to kind of strip back and show you a little bit about myself. Also, I'm going to use a little bit of what I've told you today for when I do my interviews. So when I have some guest speakers on my podcast, I'm going to ask them questions like this so you can get to know them as well. And I think it's really important to get to know us as a person, because you're watching us on a video screen or you listen to us on a podcast, and it's quite nice that you actually get to know a little bit about me and about my interviewees. So I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a little bit of a fun one, and have a lovely day, and I will see you on the next podcast. Bye for now. Oh, don't forget, if you are not following if you're watching this on YouTube, great, get on my podcast, get watching me on there, BBB, and vice versa. Get to see me on my videos on YouTube if you're watching this through watching this on a podcast. Just search for BBB Beauty Business Builder by SJ. See you soon, guys. Take care. Bye for now.